Well, hi again. It's your brain hacker, and I'm here to insist. Now, how's that feel when somebody says, I insist you to do this? I'm here to offer a most delicious life. And no matter what the circumstances you may find yourself in right now, whether they're taking your energy away or whether they're giving you energy, remember that you are the only one that can create the consistency in your life. And that's because you have this phenomenal tool called the brain. And speaking of consistency, how do we utilize our brain to improve our productivity? To be able to get the results that we're after and not doing it in the regular length of time it has typically taken us. So I want you to think about this. One of the challenges we face is a lot of us have learned how to cram. We've learned how to just study. Some people even took additional support and assistance so that they could even stay more alert. Now, the unfortunate thing is we exhaust our brain. Our brain begins to get what's called fatigue. And you're staring, I don't know if you ever read a paragraph several times, and that's because it's like enough's enough. And what we haven't learned how to do, and I would suggest for you, is we need to take time outs. I'd like you to think about if you're going to work for an hour, I want you 10 minutes of that to be a timeout. Prepare yourself prior to starting. And this will really increase productivity, and that is, what are 3 outcomes you want to achieve as a result of what you're about to do? And then I want you to take a moment, and I want you to start imagining that you've actually accomplished those results. And what's fascinating about the brain does not know the difference between what we imagine and what actually takes place. So as we are imagining, and this is why visualization and mindfulness can be so powerful, is not only does it take us away from the activity and cause our brain now to be able to process, to be able to look for new ideas, if you will, but it puts us into a position now where when we come back, we have a whole new perspective. We've almost like stepped away, talked to a series of people, got more information, different perspectives, and we did that without getting involved with other human beings. We did it because we allowed our brain to free itself from the activity it was involved in. And maybe it's exercise, take a little walk, do something else, but don't go back to doing something that requires your brain now to get seriously focused, like going to social media, or trying to accomplish another activity. What I want you to think in terms of is, if I'm to improve productivity, I can't keep doing what I'm doing hoping that productivity improves. So what we do is we take a little time out and ask myself, hey, break time. I take a break because it revitalizes the neurons in my brain. Also, I look for those 3 outcomes that I wanted, because each time I accomplish one, I dump some dopamine. And dopamine is a reward system. It can reward good behavior, it can reward bad, but if you're going to have a delicious life, let's reward the positive. Now, I want you to recognize, too, that we've got a link for you to bring you up with new updates. We've got all kinds of exciting new opportunities to take this information from short-term memory, which is what you're offered right now, and that a lot of times what we say is, got it. Now I know how to improve my productivity. The unfortunate thing is there's a lot of other beliefs that we need to overcome first to be able to put long-lasting change into play, and that's what the courses and that's what the resources that we have to offer will provide for you. So, are you taking a time out? No, you're watching me. So now, take a time out, absorb what you learned, go back to what you're doing, and watch what happens to productivity. Boom.